Tracking the silent African giants is a concept that I thought of about 2 years ago to involve YPO members on a very exclusive family experience in the African bush, but giving back a lot to conservation and have a huge educational impact. Africa's wildlife, especially elephants, rhinos, lions, pangolin for instance, are in a severe dilemma with wildlife trafficking and global demand for products such as rhino horn and ivory, and this is the ideal opportunity to expose families to the real crux of the problem. We took virgin territory around this serene environment around the dam, with lions roaring at night, waking people up a couple of times at night, and we took members out of their comfort zone with their family. Tracking the Silent African Giants has put together the funds to collar 8 elephants through the initiative of Elephants Alive, an NGO that track African elephants with GPS collars. The members were actually participating in the darting, the collaring of elephants. We also did geo-tagging of rhinos and DNA samples with the rhino problem that South Africa faces. So it was a very educational experience, hands-on experience, and it's a family event.
I think it was really important to expose people to what is needed to conserve our wildlife, and especially the elephants and rhinos. This is a good eye-opener for all the people that have been here. I don't think what they were expecting is what really happened.
You know, that was so sad, is that in this serene environment, when we very successfully collared the 8 elephants and tagged the rhinos that we did, we had a bushwalk this morning and took the people to a rhino that was poached in this area. In fact, there were 2 poached in the area in the last week. So we could show them exactly what happens with that brutality, which happens to rhinos in South Africa 3 times a day and has been for the last 8 years.
One of the members started crying, and I think that's important because people, they hear rhinos and elephants are being poached, but if you don't see it, I don't think you really understand it.
I also think people don't know. It's Sam is a vegetarian, and she shares a lot of Peter's things on like how animals are treated in those environments. And I'm a meat eater. I purposely don't watch those videos because I don't want to see what happens. And I think a lot of people are like that as well. They don't really want to know it's not their concern because it doesn't directly affect them. I think if it did directly affect them, they would be able to be more involved and help more. But I don't think this is something particularly you should turn a blind eye to because it's important for future generations.
I've been involved with the YPO movement since 1999 on an annual basis, sometimes doing 2 trips a year. And this trip ticks all the other boxes that YPO are so well known for, highly organized, great education. But the big difference here is that members who sign up get to be actively involved in the conservation experience. They're making a significant contribution because a large sum of the money goes to the conservation cause. And so really, at the end of the day, it's a win-win because you're getting all the attributes of a well-organized YPO event, but you're actually participating at a level which very few people get to experience.
So here's what's so unique about tracking the silent African giants. You have a small group, there's a networking opportunities, you bond with family. It's a hugely educational tool to bring back a lot in terms of conservation back into Africa. And it's an absolutely unique experience from that perspective of getting so close to wildlife, touching the elephants while they are being treated by the vets and the scientists, putting collars on, taking DNA samples. In fact, we had one of the youngsters attending. She had to take DNA samples from the back of the elephant, and she had her arm up to here pulling out that poo, and that will all be shown.
No, you'll see it on her profile picture soon on
Yeah,
Facebook.
but I think that's a unique experience for her, and she's very much involved in that. So that is a memory she will take back forever, and she'll be able to tell her kids one day and her friends. The nice thing about this conservation is we were all very much involved in the actual process. So from putting the collar on, every person got to do some role, whether it was cutting the toenails, pulling the hair for DNA, things like that. We were all very much involved, so you could understand why it was happening. It wasn't like we were sitting there and seeing the vets do everything and we didn't understand. They involved us a lot and explained why they did what they did, which I think was very important. You won't get an experience like this anywhere else, so we feel very privileged.
I think overseas people, they think this is a normal thing for South Africans, but it's really not. Most people in South Africa never get to experience things like this, so I think they must also feel very fortunate that they can experience this.
Yeah, and I think we're also helping a greater good. I mean, we're collaring the elephants and all that, but we're helping the people that are involved every single day track the elephants and the rhinos, and we're helping with their research, which is going to benefit everyone else later on.
A lot of us YPO members don't always have the time to really get close with our children out of the comfort zones of home, busy environments all over the world. So this gives everybody the opportunity to get closer, bond, see life from a different perspective, and see how wildlife conservation methodologies work and what's behind the scenes and how much effort goes into preservations for future generations. The camp is a luxury mobile camp, as much as you can get luxury in a mobile camp.
The food's been amazing, the sleep's been amazing, it's relaxing sitting here by the dam. Game drive's been really nice.
Let me start that again.
Go ahead.
Okay. There you go. Pros, you learned from your dad.